What's up, Buccaneers, and welcome to the Pirates Live 4-2 postgame. So, I'm Mason Tepesky, your host. Tonight, real quick, we're going to recap the Pirates' 8-5 loss to the Detroit Tigers. It is getting kind of late, and I have a little bit of blood on a mark here, but we're not going to talk about that. But anyway, I'm fine. Let's just get into this game here. It was a long one, and it was later because ESPN, or ESPN, whichever one you want to call it, broadcast today. But without further ado, here we go. Top of the first inning, Zach McKinstry singles to center field, scoring Gleyber Torres, sending Cole Keith to third, 1-0 Detroit. Top first also, it's not Young-Hoo, it's Hyo-Yu Lee. Singles to right, scoring Cole Keith, sending Zach McKinstry to second, 2-0 Tigers. Top of the second, Kevin McGonigal continues the scoring for Detroit, making it 4-0 on a homer to right center field, scoring himself and Gleyber. It's now, like I just said, it's 4-0 at this point. It's not looking good. Top of the fifth, Max Clark singles to left field, scoring Lee. He goes to second, and Callahan goes to third. It is 5-0 Detroit. It's not where you want to be. But Henry Davis helps us claw back some, grounding into that fielder's choice to the shortstop. Jake Mangum scores on a throwing error by Mr. Lee. Henry gets to second. Nick York is out at second. But this makes it 5-1. Top of the sixth, Lee walks, scoring McGonigal, sending McKinstry to second and Keith to third. It's 6-1 Detroit. Top six, Callahan singles to center. Cole Keith scores. McKinstry scores as well. Young-Hoo not Young-Hoo, I'm an idiot. Mr. Lee, or Hyo-Yu Lee, gets to second. Young-Hoo's in 2 weeks. Or Young-Ho is in 2 weeks. My bad. Sorry about that. But Young-Ho Lee's in 2 weeks. That's a good one. But anyway, Lee gets to second, 8-1. Bottom six now. This is where Lee starts to crawl back, but it's not enough. Nick York doubles to left field. This clears the bases, scoring Nicky G, Jake Mangum, and Rafael Flores Jr. to make it 8-4. And then finally, to conclude the scoring for this game, unfortunately, and for us, Henry singles to center, scoring Nick York, cuts it to 8-5, and that's what the final would be. Unfortunately, it is not enough as we lose this game, as I said, 8-5. Detroit improves to 61-64, 29-33 outside of Comerica. We fall to 61-66. 32-32 at home. Framber Valdez earns the win. He's 8-8. Carbon takes the loss. He's now 6-6. Kenley Jansen earns the save. He's 16th. His 16th for the year. Like, I don't want to dwell on this forever because, like, we're almost to the end of this season. When we leave Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday evening for the City of Angels, aka that's what they refer to as Los Angeles, to take on the back-to-back champs. After this game on Wednesday, the game we play Wednesday, we will only have 5 more home series left in this season. 3 of them are against teams that are not making the playoffs. I know that. We know that. One of them is a maybe, but unlikely. And the other is probably the best team in baseball. You have very little margin for error. You don't have a lot of room left. You literally have 17 home games to go. You needed to win this one. If you want to make the playoffs, you have to win 14 to 15 of those 17 games. Yes, I know we have a ton of road games. We obviously have this big trip coming up to LA, San Diego, and St. Louis. Then we go to Chicago to take on both Chicago teams. Then we finish out with Detroit. So yes, we do have 11 series to go after this. And they're all 3 games. We have 35 games remaining. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or no, I'm right. Because 7 plus 5 is 2 and 162. We have 35 games remaining in the season. We're 61-66 right now. To give ourselves a legit shot, I think we have to go 25-10. And do you think this team could do that? Probably not. I know we went 20-8 just a few short years ago. However, this is not that team. It doesn't even have the same manager. And it's a lot of these guys are older anyway. A lot of people on this team don't even know about that Pirates team. They don't even know about it. Which is not a problem. I'm just saying. It's older. Or a while ago. But what I'm saying is this. We have a tough hill to climb. I know Arizona lost. I know San Diego lost. Philly won. We could have gained some ground, and we did it. And it all comes back to stuff like tonight. Obviously, Paul Skeens has been an issue this year. And I'm not saying he hasn't, because he has. However, I thought that you should maybe do like Blocker tonight instead of yesterday. That would have worked well. The problem is this. And I'm going into business, so this is a good learning experience for me, and hopefully it's a good learning experience for everybody. When you have a strength at something, like say I'm strong with throwing a football, playing video games, running, lifting weights, talking to girls. That one certainly I'm not strong at, but oh well, it is what it is. But talking to girls, gardening, whatever your strength is, you're really good at it. I say one day, oh, I'm really good at gardening. I'm a great gardener. However, to get into Harvard, I'm just using this as an example, get into Harvard for sociology, I'm just picking a random thing. I need to understand the 10 methods of communication discourse between opposite sexes or genders. I'm just picking random stuff. I'm just saying random stuff. No debate necessary. I'm going to trade off the garden so that I could read books regarding the male-female dynamic and how it causes romantic tension in romantic relationships, so that I could write a 10-page paper on it to impress a board of 5 people at Harvard so that they accept my application and I could get into my dream program. So I'm working on this. I'm sacrificing gardening. I write the paper with no AI. It's the best paper ever. It's very good. And I get it. But at the same point in time, plants in my garden are starting to die. That, my friends, is an example of turning a strength into somewhat of a position of weakness. And that's what happened with the Pirates starting pitching. Mitch Keller has not been that great this year. And then he got hurt. Paul Skeens looked terrible against Miami and a couple other starts. They're pressing his starts back. Carmen Majinski is not a starter. This team lacks starting pitching. And I know we have guys in the mind, like Hunter Barco. Why the hell did you put him out there yesterday? He could have started this game easily. You could have had Barco start yesterday, or you could have had, start yesterday, Bakker. You could have Barco yesterday, Bakker today. You did it. You chose this setup, and it's ridiculous. This guy complained, this guy for a temper tantrum, solely because he was told it's time to move out of your starting role and move back to the bullpen. And he threatened to call his agent, and he got himself on the stupid PUP list, or what? No, that's football. The restricted list. But it's ridiculous. Their egos are so nuts, and I know this because I have this too, but it's ridiculous the way they behave. They need to just start putting things in perspective, for God's sakes. Come on now. You're Major League Baseball players. You're in a playoffs or bust year, and you're 6.5 freaking games out with 6 weeks left to go. You have to gain a game a week or 2 games a week to get back in this. Can they do that? Probably not. And one of the things this offseason, like, you can't freaking let Antonio Browns run the clubhouse. And to bring a choir. That's literally what it feels like, these pitchers. Assemble a choir and go to management and say, we as pitchers are not good enough. We want to do better. What they did last year, I applaud them for wanting to go the extra mile. What I don't applaud them for is the fact that they brought in this guy. Yes, Skeens is guilty for the firing of Oscar Marie, who was great. Yes, those guys that did that, they are guilty. However, you have to remember this. Paul Skeens, Braxton Ashcraft, Jared Jones, Bubba Chandler, they didn't hire Bill Murphy. That was Ben Cherington and John Kelly, and that's a decision that they have to own. That's a decision they have to own. So don't blame Skeens for Bill Murphy. Blame the people who hired the guy. Because every pitcher has regressed, and this pitching staff, it feels like, is like watching paint dry some days. So that's that. That's likely the season as well. Again, pretty darn close. That's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you tomorrow for the pregame and postgame shows. You all have a good night. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace and God bless. See you guys tomorrow or later today. Goodbye and good night.